What's going on, Twisted Vapors? How we all doing today? You got James the Truck and Vapor here, coming to you with another review for today. And you may ask, what are we reviewing today? How about the BFDFT from Cloud Chasers Incorporated? Look at the size of that tank. 30 millimeter tank. Holds 10 milliliters of juice. Just redonkulously huge. Redonkulous. It is, yeah. Juice for days. Airflow for days. I mean, I've got her on the small airflow. Does have a bigger one. I've got her on a small one. Airflow for days. Put down the bigger one. You breathe right through it. Breathe right through it. I don't know why you'd want to, but you can breathe right through this thing. Back to the small one. The small setting. The small airflow. Airflow for days. Smooth airflow, surprisingly. It's not turbulent or anything like that. It's actually pretty smooth. With a little bit of a whistle. But anyhow, what do you say we jump down, take a close-up look at it? I'll show you the build I'm running on here. Come back up. We'll talk about it. What do you say? Come on down. Alright, here we go. The Cloud Chasers Inc. BFDFT. Simple box. Little black box. Got their website on it. Otherwise, not really much of anything. Nice little magnetic flop. Open it up. And there's the contents you get inside. You get the BFDFT tank. That is just massive. Just massive. But we'll get to that in a minute. You get a Pyrex replacement glass. 2 millimeters thick. 2 millimeter thick replacement Pyrex. So at least they give you one of those. 510 top. So you can use your own 510 adapter on here, or your own 510 drip tip. They included that. They also included a pouch with a couple of extra grub screws in it, some Pinkins insulators. Wow, I can't talk today. Oh well, we'll get over that, won't we? But that's what it comes with. Not much. Typical for Cloud Chasers Incorporated. But here's the tank. Just a massive, massive tank. Holds 10 milliliters of juice on a rebuildable postless deck. So we'll do a quick rundown, top to bottom, and let you know what I think. We'll show you the insides, how to take it apart, how to clean it and all that. Does come completely apart. I know mine's a little bit dirty. I've been using it. I dumped the juice out just to do a quick video for you guys here. So quick rundown. Delrin top, or Delrin chuck style kind of cap, does not reduce whatsoever. Same size all the way through. You got two small O-rings down here on the bottom. Little bit of resistance, not a whole lot, but there is some there. Not too awful bad. It is top filling. So you take and unscrew here. And there you go. Two big kidney shaped. You don't even need a dropper. Just dump the bottle right in there. Like I said, 10 milliliters. Just dump the bottle right in there. Without a care in the world. And as you can kind of see, you can look all the way down through there. When you've got this on there, you can look straight down right at your coils when they're in there. So take this part off. A little bit of knurling here. Just unscrews. Machining on this side is not too awful bad, nice and smooth, a lot of threads. But there's the bottom side of it, little O-ring right inside of here. Make sure you don't lose that. And then the glass just kind of rests right in there. Actually, it actually sits right on it. It actually does not go inside, it just kind of sits right on it. And then you got the bottom part here, chimney. Down in here, there is another O-ring. So it almost kind of sits down, almost in there a little bit, not much, more so on top than in, but it's there, it'll hold it a bit. If you take it apart with juice in it, you probably will spill the juice because, yeah, there's not really much of anything that holds it. This part of the chimney does not come off of here, it comes off from down here. I'll show you that in just a second. But you can see they got their little logo right inside of here. The other side doesn't have anything on it. Throw this back together real quick here. It's a little difficult to get it started, but once you do, she screws down real nice. Like I said, there is a lot of threading there, so make sure you get this tight. You got to make sure you get this thing all the way tight. Like I said, the glass does not actually sit inside, kind of rests right on top of those O-rings and that. So the glass, if you can actually see it here a little bit, actually will move. But I've had minimal leaking issues. Okay. We'll take the bottom off here. And this is the deck part. So you got the chimney there. Like I said, you can see all the way through there. You can see the juice flow. No juice flow control on here. None. And here's the deck. I'm leaving this build on here. And that dual Clapton. I like this build. It's been working really well. Wicking this is a royal pain in the backside. Pain. And I'll explain that to you here in a moment. But you got, it is a postless style deck. In that it will hold 3mm outer diameter wire. So your wire here can be 3mm thick and fit inside the post holes. And that. But it's postless. So you've really got to play around with it before you actually set everything in place. Little bit of room here just above the airflow. And it does have airflow on both sides. Okay, so you want to come up just a little bit above that. You don't want it touching, but just a little bit above it. And then you wick it. And as you can see, I have a lot of cotton in here. This thing requires a lot of cotton. Like I said, it has no juice flow control at all. None. I apologize for the juice in there. Like I said, I do use this tank daily. But there's no juice flow control. So you got to have a lot of cotton packed into there. Best way to do that, use a bigger coil. This is a 4mm wrap. Clapton coil, 4mm. Packed it full of cotton. You got these little juice well or cotton wicking hole slots right here. You got 4 of them. Pack it down into there. And you got this silicone ring. Now, of course, they didn't use a metal ring because it's postless. You got your positive on this side, negative right here. Put a metal ring on there, you're going to short everything out. So they used a silicone ring. This ring you have to be very careful with. It serves a couple of purposes. One, as you can see, it is holding the cotton in place. It is holding the cotton in place. Second, it sits inside of here right along this ridge, and that actually helps to prevent the leaking, most of the juice from coming out from a major leak. So you got to make sure you have this little silicone ring, and they only give you one. They do not include a second one, but they do give you one in the package. But you've really got to be careful with that to work it down. What I usually do, is I put the coils on here, make sure they glow evenly from the inside out. Throw the cotton in there, nice and thick. And then I juice up the cotton, get it down inside these little wicking slots. And then I use a little pointer jig tool that I have, and slowly work this little silicone ring all the way down around the cotton onto the deck here. There is a small lip on the deck right along this outer ridge here. And that does hold this cotton into place. It helps prevent some of the leaking, but it is a royal pain in the backside to work with. I'd like to see a better design with that, but you got just a massive build deck that's a postless deck. It's really hard to come up with a whole lot of materials to work with that. Grab my towel here real quick, wipe this off. The airflow on this thing, I think it's a mistake. I'll just deal with it. You've got the small airflow hole right there. You can see all the way through. Okay. It's the same on both sides. And then you also have just an astronomical airflow right there. Just astronomical. The bad thing with this, there's no stopping this ring. It will spin. Now, I have not had any problems with it spinning while I'm using it, but there's no way to stop it. I've been using it on the smallest setting. Another bad thing with this is when you try to close it off, it actually doesn't close all the way off. See, right about there, it's closed off, but it's already started opening over here on the bigger slot. So you try to get that to close off, and you're opening right there. Okay? So it actually, you cannot completely close off the airflow. It's always going to be partly open. You cannot completely close it off. It would have been nice to see it be able to close it completely off. That just would have helped with filling this tank a little bit better. But it is what it is. And that. There's the bottom of it. BFDFT by Cloud Chasers Incorporated. Little serial number on it. 510 tip here is non-adjustable. It is a copper fitting. It protrudes, a little bit. A little bit it protrudes. I wouldn't use it on a hybrid. Would not use that on a hybrid, but it does protrude just a little bit. But I couldn't get it to adjust. So, on that note, I got this ring popping up just a little bit here. I can show you real quick. This little ridge right here is where this silicone ring sits right on there, all the way around. So, on that note, I'm going to take and put this back together. And I think we'll go up top, vape on it, talk about it a little bit, give you my pros and cons, tell you what I think of it. See you up top. So there you go. That's the BFDFT from Cloud Chasers Incorporated. Tank comes in stainless steel, which I have here, and it also comes in black. I got the stainless steel. I've got it sitting on my Lux, which I'll throw a review up later about the Lux here. Just a massive tank. Airflow for days. 10 milliliters of juice for days. The build I've got, dual Clapton, 0.65 ohm, vaping at 90 watts. And loving it. I'm happy with it. Couple of cons, like I said earlier with this, the airflow, you can't completely shut the airflow off. Part of it will always be open. So you just can't completely shut it off. That silicone ring in to help hold the wicks and help keep all the juice from flowing down. Wish there could be a better design, but you're running a pulseless style deck. Not a whole lot of options as far as what you can really use to help hold your cotton in place. So it is what it is. The glass, got to be careful when you take it apart. If you got juice in there and you take the top off or anything like that, or you grab the wrong part and unscrew, your juice is going to come out. Nothing actually holds the tank in place. It just kind of sits there. And that it will spin on you, so you've got to be careful with that when you grab it to take it off of any of your devices or anything like that. No juice flow control. It would have been nice if there was some kind of juice flow control on it, but there isn't, so it is what it is. I bought this straight from cloudycollabs.com. I'll put a link down below if you're interested. Check it out. I've had it for a couple of months. It's my daily go-to. Every day going down the road in the truck here, this is filled up, and this is my main device going down the road, my main tank going down the road, and that. But I'll put a link below to cloudycollabs.com, and that they're running it right now, $60. So not a bad price for something that holds this much juice and has a decent, it serves its purpose. Decent airflow, decent clouds. You know, and like I said, 10 milliliters of juice. So, the flavor on it, the flavor's good. I'm vaping a kiwi strawberry in here right now. You can taste the kiwi strawberry. It's good flavor. Good flavor, surprisingly. But remember, you're building your own coils and putting it on here. Pros, a lot of juice, a lot of airflow, massive coil builds. You cannot put a micro or a nano coil or something like that in here. You've got to just do a massive 3.5 millimeter or 4 millimeter coil and put it in there. 6 wrap, 8 wrap, tons of cotton, and you're good to go. Good to go with that. Don't think I have anything else at the moment. I enjoy it. I bought it straight from Cloudy Collabs. I use it every single day. So, hope y'all enjoyed the video. Keep on trucking. Stay safe out there. Keep the shiny side up. Keep the greasy side down. And stay twisted.